We're going to set up our card, though. First of all, you got to have a few rules and a few laws. Isn't that right, Darren?
I think a couple very important that you have at least one or two rules.
Go through them for me, Pard.
Well, first we have no biting, which makes a lot of sense. We have no eye gouging, no fish hooking.
All righty, and of course, you can't, there are only a couple other things you can't do. And of course, the ways to win. There are several ways you can win in World Vale Tudo Championship fighting, aren't there?
Well, one of the most exciting ways, I think, is through a knockout, tap out, some sort of submission hold. And, of course, you can win by points.
And throw in the towel also. And again, you know, the referee can get in there to protect the fighters if, indeed, they see the need arise. Will that happen here tonight? We don't know. We're just going to get started here, though. This is World Vale Tudo Championship number 9. There's a quarterfinal lineup. Justin McCully is a good one. There's Herring, and at the bottom of the draw, there's Kakareko. Boy, I'll tell you what, watch Bob Schrijber tonight.
So this guy is definitely coming from a very strong background and has very good coaching behind him.
Yeah, also, do you notice the young man that was with him? That's his brother, Sean, and Sean will fight a little bit later in the main draw, but there's the tail of the tape. McCully about 10 pounds heavier and about 2 inches shorter. You see the smaller American with his back to you. And there is Joao. He tries a high round kick that just glances off of the American as we get our first bout of the night.
You're going to notice Sean is going to be very comfortable on his feet, being that he's really primarily trained in kickboxing. But anything can happen here.
Well, the Brazilian is going to try and take his man down. He wants to get him on the ground. He throws the knee to the midsection but does no damage whatsoever. And McCully, it's going to be a war of wills here. McCully's going to try and stay on his feet. Takes a right hand, a short chopping right, does no damage.
Actually, McCully now has his leg wrapped around Bosco's leg, and I think he may be trying to work to take him down.
Here we go. They're going to continue to stand up. A little strike to the midsection by Bosco. Doesn't work as he tries to pull that leg apart and get him down. But, boy, nice counter left hand. A little sharp left hand. They got the attention of Bosco from Sean McCully. Yeah. But now they're going to break it, unlike some other. Oh, they don't want to break it.
Sean does not want to let go.
All right, he pulls the hands up. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
We got a little cut here over the right eye.
That's why they broke. You know what? I saw a chopping left hand in there, and I believe that's what inflicted that cut over the eye. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if they're going to stop this fight, although it's under the eye, so I don't think they'll stop this fight, but who knows?
I don't think it'll pose any sort of threat.
Now, did he catch him on the break? I don't think so. It's right there. You see a great shot. Boy, our camera crew is
sort
right
of like
on
an
it.
uppercut hook type of blow, and you know, when you're fighting with bare knuckle, it's a lot easier to open up the skin. And this is the big misconception about the sport being so dangerous compared to boxing. You do bleed a lot easier in this sport, but you suffer a lot more brain trauma in boxing because you're able to protect your hand so much more and really generate a lot more power on your punches.
We are in a bit of a delay here as the medical staff here looks at Joao Bosco to see if that cut under his eye will prevent him from going. But look at that. Here comes the referee. No, he says, no, we're going to keep going. So let's get it on again. It's a 30-minute fight here, and let's see how long it'll go. Down goes the Brazilian. The American now punching him, but keeping his feet. And now they're both down on the ground. They wrestle, and they're going to go over the apron area. And watch this. Here we go. Now they're going to try and break it up. The official in there. Oh, left hand into the nose. A left hand into the nose.
Yeah.
And
that was kind of a dirty move by
hold
Sean.
on. Bosco is down.
All due respect, Sean, that was a nasty move, pal.
Sean's looking you right in the eye right now, and he's saying, I don't think so, but look at Joao Bosco is down face first. I think his nose is broken, and he can't believe it, and neither can you.
I'm a little surprised, because Sean is much more of a sportsman than that. But
is this thing over? Yes, it is over. Sean McCully, the American who threw a punch and landed it clearly in the nose. And boy, when you get hit right on the tip of the nose, your eyes water.
Oh, yeah.
And he may have broken his nose.
Yeah, there's a good possibility. This guy's going to have 2 very black eyes in the next couple of hours.
Why do you say that was dirty and no holds barred? Tell me.
Well, I think the referee was trying to stop it, and Sean was aware of the fact that he was, and Sean kind of... I mean, these things happen. You're in the heat of the moment. You're throwing punches. This is a fight. This is not playtime, and these things do happen. And I don't think it was necessarily intentional, but the referee was trying to stop it.
Well, McCully trying to shake his hand. Oh, listen to the announcer. From USA. All right, they announced Sean McCully the winner, and you see the last flurry of action here. Darren, take us through the last few moments of this fight.
We see Sean just trying to drive his opponent, Bosco, down. Now he's got him down, and they're both under the ropes. You can see the referee's trying to pull him off. Now there's a gentleman in the corner. I don't know who that is.
Oh, my goodness, that's his brother. Sean's brother, I should say, Sean's brother, Justin McCully.
Yeah,
pulled his hands back, and all of a sudden, wait a minute. No wonder this guy is complaining. You're exactly right.
But I think Justin McCully came to the rescue of Bosco.
Well, when he pulled Bosco's hands down from his face, his brother just laid a massive shot. Let's watch it one more time. And boy, I'll tell you, the magic of replay and videotape will show you everything that occurred. Look at the flurry of action right there. They put a net at the bottom strand, but those two gentlemen went over that bottom strand, so they almost go out of the ring. And now watch the brother. You're not supposed to hold on to the ring either, but watch Justin McCully in the corner there looking, and he's going to try and pull the arms down to help the referee break this up. And what he does, he helps his brother. And there's a shot right there.
Oh, yeah.
And that ends it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's not good.
in about 3 words, you're exactly right. That's not good. But the American wins. Now, what's the importance of being in the alternate? It's an alternate win.
Well, in a sport, this is a very physical, aggressive sport, and there's a great probability that one of these fighters is going to get injured, and you're always going to need a backup fighter to come in there. And these alternates, there's a, I'd say, 60-70% chance that the winner of the alternate fighter will be needed tonight.
You know, I've done probably 10 Vale Tudo championships of various natures, and this, of course, is number 9, but I've done a couple other Vale Tudo fights that weren't championship fights, were special fights, and I have seen the alternate come into play personally no less than 5 or 6 times. So you're exactly right, partner.
But when you have striking involved in the game, it changes the whole thing. Now, this Sakata is a very tough fighter. He fought Dan Severin to a draw. He also fought Kevin Randleman, who Boss Rutten had a very tough time with in the last Ultimate Fight Championship.
All right, we're ready to go. There is the Brazilian with his back to you. He's in the white and black trunks, the American in the black, and he comes out with a round kick low as the Brazilian shoots down low to try and take his man off his feet. Not able to do that at that point as McCully gets up. Justin McCully, the second of the McCully boys here in Aruba tonight, and he's just trying to muscle his way through the Brazilian as they work along the ropes here right in front of us. You get any sweat on you, partner?
I'm starting to perspire myself. This is a good opportunity for Justin to maybe throw some knees. I don't know why he's not trying to drive his knees into the midsection there. Well, actually, he's being blocked out a little bit.
Both men would love to ground fight. That's where they really make their noise, so to speak, both being jiu-jitsu men. And right now, they're just playing a little chess game, aren't they?
It's sort of a game of cat and mouse.
And down goes, nope. Well, I'll tell you what, Sakata tried to pull the American down, didn't quite pull it off.
I wouldn't be surprised if this whole fight ended up on the feet and it turned into some sort of kickboxing.
Trying to get a guillotine hold in there maybe, but it's not really, I don't think he can lock it in.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has it in there too deep.
Needs to get a little bit closer in the middle of his chest. There goes
Good.
The Brazilian knocking the American down, and now he's in the guard. And we should see some strike. Oh, there's a headbutt right there by Mario Sakata to the head of the American. Justin McCully, who is on the bottom in the guard now, is the Brazilian. Oh, and right hand. Beautiful right hand by the Brazilian.
And this is where submissions change dramatically. When you're going for an armbar or going, because in sport jiu-jitsu, McCully is in the superior position here. But when we're talking striking, even if you're in the guard, you can get your face.
All right. Oh, right hand. Now watch. There's McCully. He rolls his man over. And he's locked in the knee bar. No, the knee bar, it's over. It is over that quickly.
Beautiful move.
A classic jiu-jitsu move as he rolls his man over, and he locks him in with an ankle lock. And I'll tell you what, Mario Sakata is down and injured. He is not feeling well. Look at the sportsmanship, but he is not feeling very good at this point. Look at that is the American, and a great show of sportsmanship helps him up. But boy, lightning struck quickly.
Oh yeah, and once somebody gets a hold of your knee, you better be ready to tap, because it's just a matter of millimeters before you rip that whole knee apart.
Well, Justin McCully knew exactly what he wanted to do. Boy, what a great roll, and then as he locked that in.
It was a brilliant move. Brilliant move. I hope this guy has a good orthopedic surgeon.
That could do a couple of things. Right there, it can take the knee and the ankle, and or both. And I've actually seen a shin just shattered by that hole.
Oh yeah, that's this is rough stuff.
Boy, a big mistake there by Sakata as he allowed himself to get turned over, and then there he goes. He lays in the ankle lock, and it's over.
It was just a brilliant tactical move by McCully. Very impressive.
Justin McCully will now advance to the semifinals. 1 minute and 1 minute and 54 seconds. He wins this fight very quickly. You see him tap out there. I'm talking about Mario Sakata. So the American will advance to the semifinals, and he's going to meet the winner of our next bout. But there is the American, and we're going to talk to one of the combatants in the next fight here coming up with it. I know that Federico Lapenda is trying to match this wonderful card up, and boy, this could be maybe the best fight of the night. We don't know yet, but look at the difference in size, and it's going to be a David against Goliath.
We should look for Heath to try and take Michael Tielrooy down, and watch for the Michael Tielrooy to try and pound his legs with Thai boxing leg kicks.
Here we go, opening minutes of this 30-minute bout. The American comes out, shoots a leg out there, does no damage, and classic boxer stance. Both fighters as they circle around the center of the ring here in Aruba, WCV Championship number 9. I'm Gary Cruz, along with Darren Harvey here ringside in Aruba.
And what a wonderful night it is. A wonderful night of fighting. Federico has really put together a tremendous show. And I'm watching this fight here. It's very interesting. Everybody's learning everybody else's game. We're watching this wrestler now. He looks pretty well versed in boxing, and he's obviously taken some time to learn some boxing skills. He's thrown out a nice jab.
Yeah, and there he goes for the double leg. The double leg takedown. He has his man on the ground, and Heath Herring on top of Michael Tielrooy, and this is where he does some vicious work. Look at the pounding, the right hand there to the top of the head as the man from Holland tries to cover up. He is in trouble because he is not used to being there. Look at that, just pummeling the side. He's trying to get that arm maybe to come down as he pummels the side so he can get a shot at his head. There goes the arm. It's coming down, and there's a headshot. Boy, classic Vale Tudo fighting. And now the American gets in a side mount. It's over. He taps out, and it was on the other side of the ring. Did you see what happened?
I think that might have been another American lock. This is the second time this guy's been nailed by that very same submission.
Well, I'll tell you, it was lightning quick again. And, oh, great call. Great call, Darren Harvey. Exactly. The American lock on the arm of Tielrooy, and here's your winner.
That is a classic submission.
There he is, the big man. He's huge. But I'll tell you what, he showed a lot of skill.
He absolutely did. This guy's not just a big guy. He's a guy that clearly knows how to fight and moves his weight around very well.
Again, we don't know much about him. I guess we'll learn very quickly. A submission fighter, and that's about all we know. And a free fighter, that's perfect to describe Bob Schrijber.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. He's much bigger. The American giving away 22 pounds to the man from Holland. And, boy, they love to tangle in Holland. I'll tell you, there's some great fighters coming out of that nation.
Watch the striking skill of this Bob. He's a tremendous striker.
Yeah, a little low kick by Sursa, but there goes Sursa trying to get his man, but
not going to be an easy one to take down.
No, and he got an elbow to the head as he pushes his man around. Down he goes. And a side mount, Sursa, and a knee to the head of Schrijber. Sursa on a side mount with the knee to the head, but the man from Holland not getting too rattled, just kind of hanging in there. Oh, a nice elbow to the ribs. Tries to get on top. He's got a great opportunity. No, he can't lock in. A chokehold there. Oh, big right hand!
Beautiful punch. He's in trouble.
Sursa is in trouble. He got tagged and shots to the head. Boy, he was tagged earlier, and he's holding his head, and it's out.
Yeah,
he's
that's
done.
it. He's tapping.
Look at the nasty gash on the head of Josh Sursa, and I think it was that punch early in that barrage from Schrijber.
Yeah, clearly split that head right open, and that's it. It's pretty hard to fight when that blood's flowing into your eyes. And I think he felt the power of Bob Schrijber, and that's it.
Schrijber goes over there and look at that left hand. That really nailed him. And then he just started taking off and a right there.
I think he hit him with 3 uppercuts, undefended.
Just incredibly quick. And look at that. you see these guys, you wonder how they don't break their hands all the time. I know many of them do. I saw Mark Kerr break his hand in World Vale Tudo 3. He actually went on to win that, but he was a one-handed man.
I agree with you, and I think these guys specifically don't hit as hard as they possibly can for fear that they will break their hands.
Boy, Schrijber, look at this, though. He just continues the onslaught right there as you look at the videotape replay. And, man, he tagged him. And then the elbows, just to add some pain and misery to that. Look at those vicious elbows to the top of the head.
I think I'm having some second thoughts about fighting myself after watching this stuff.
By the way, we were going to offer you a little, I thought you were going to work out with old Bob.
Yeah, well, I think I'm backing off that idea.
Know anything about him. Kind of tough. You feel him out, don't you?
Absolutely. You should never underestimate anybody in this sport. Everybody is capable of doing something, and you could always just take one lucky right hand, and that's the end of your night. That's it. All she wrote.
You saw the tail of the tape. The American outweighing Kakareko by 30 pounds, but again, looking a little soft around the midsection as Kakareko, look at, he is just cut.
Yeah, he's a strong guy.
Oh, double leg takedown. There it is. Westfall trying to fight him off. He wants to get on his feet, Westfall does. He doesn't want to get in a ground battle with this submission fighter, the Luta Livre man.
Kakareko's the number 3 rated fighter in the world right now in this division.
Oh, good right hands there by the American. As Kakareko now tries to ward him off with the feet. Trying to throw the heels there. The American trying to barge his way in. He's got the headlock, but Kakareko now in a reversal.
Very dangerous thing about that headlock. You put a headlock on somebody, you take a big chance of having your back taken, which is what is happening right here. This guy's in big trouble.
Oh, he may go for the submission, the choke.
He's trying to get his hooks in.
Trying to lock it in on Westfall. Westfall is in trouble. He taps.
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
What an exciting fight.
With the submission. A choke. He chokes out Jimmy Westfall very, very early in the early stages of the final quarterfinal. We still have our dream alive to see Kakareko and Heath Herring in that final. They still have to get through 2 other opponents, though.
It was just an amazing fight. I'm not surprised by the outcome. This 20-year-old kid is just
and the winner,
I don't think there's too many guys in the world that could take him.
You know, the great Brazilian Pele, the soccer player. I guess you're great when you have one name.
Absolutely.
Incredible, boy. I would like to have the money she has spent in that. But look at the size, the tail of the tape, 180 pounds against a 190-pounder. Irma is 5'11", and Erin is a 6-footer, so 2 very big women. And there's some of that artwork I was telling you about.
Yeah, that is some serious tattoo work there.
Kind of looks like your chest.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, that's hair you're looking at. That ain't art.
Oh, so you're braiding it again. I hear you, brother.
At least it's not on my back.
Okay, here come the ladies who will not act like ladies right now. The blonde, Irma Verhoeff. Erin Toughill, the American. Both standing up right here. Nice looking boxing skills there from Erin.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. This is somebody that was talking about primarily ground fighting, and she's looking pretty damn good standing up. Nice leg check.
Dig that heel into the midsection of Irma. And the feeling out process here in Aruba. World Vale Tudo Championship number 9. This is a female super fight between Irma Verhoeff, the blonde, against Erin Toughill, the American. 2 big ladies that pack a lot of power. Nice round kick to the ribs by Erin Toughill. Now she goes for the double leg, but look at Irma with the strength of a big right hand. Whoa! You saw the sweat fly on that shot. Oh, and a big right hand, and she complains about an eye gouge. That's a no-no in Vale Tudo, World Vale Tudo fighting.
I think it was very unintentional.
That right hand had bad intentions, though, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely it did.
Erin now going to try and work her way back in. Boy, there's absolutely no fear in the eyes of Irma Verhoeff.
She means business, this lady. She is ready to fight.
Oh, huge right hand! Stuns the American! And she's going to try and wrap it around her waist, but she takes a knee to the breast area, and down they go! And in a side mount is Irma Verhoeff, and she's going to try and work her over here. Who's in control here?
Well, I would say Irma is in a very strong position. You see she's trying to work her arm, trying to get an American lock, which we saw the fight earlier end by that same submission.
When armbar, a very favorite hold of submission fighters.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's my favorite way to win. It's nothing more beautiful than watching a good armbar. Maybe a knockout.
I've experienced both, believe it or not. There they go. Oh, and she continues to rub those gloves over the eyes, but look at Erin Toughill trying to roll out of that and roll over, but no luck.
As long as she has her arm up, she's not really in danger of getting armbarred. But as soon as that elbow drops down onto the ground, she's going to be in big trouble.
In a man's fight earlier, we saw that. Oh, there she goes. She loves to implement the chokehold. She's got to get that arm under the jaw. She's not able to do it right now, but she's not giving up.
No, she's not. She's trying to work her hooks in, and what she should be doing is trying to soften her up a little bit with some blows, getting that chin to move up just a little bit.
Oh, great back headbutt.
If she picks that chin up a little bit, she's got that arm sunk in, and there's your choke.
And she's not doing the right thing. Oh, nice little rabbit punch to the forehead by Irma Verhoeff to Erin Toughill, and now she's trying to hold on to Erin's left hand as Erin tries to counter with a headbutt of her own, doing absolutely no damage as the ladies lie in the center of this ring.
I think they're just getting a little rest right now.
It's an amazing art form. You see how they're able to get rest in the middle of a 30-minute time limit fight.
It's really a big part of this game is trying to conserve your energy, and in 30 minutes you can't go balls out the whole time. In this case, I wouldn't call it balls out, but I think you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, and as she continues to try and get that arm under the chin for the choke out, but she can't do it. She cannot choke her out at this point. And if there's not a lot of activity going on, don't be surprised if the referee steps in, but she continues to try and get that chokehold. But they're doing virtually nothing right now, just kind of lying there.
It doesn't look like her hooks are in there. In fact, she should be working on getting her hooks on the inside.
And she's not really. I think she's a little tired.
I think so. I think they're both a little tired.
The referee looking very closely on one knee there. And now he's going to break him up. There he goes.
Very good move by the referee.
These folks came here, they paid good money to see some action, and that's what they're trying to do here. So they bring them back to their feet. Erin Toughill with a tattooed back, trying to tattoo her opponent with a right hand, but misses.
Erin actually is doing a very good job. I'm very impressed with her skills tonight.
Both fighters in the middle of the ring as she tries to shoot. But look at what she just does. You know what? She's not getting low enough for that shoot to take her down.
It's really difficult. The fighters, Irma starts to sprawl, and it's really difficult to get a grip on those legs.
Now, men will wear a cup for protection. Will a woman wear a breastplate for protection?
A lot of them do. I know a lot of them don't like to wear them, but I think it's certainly a good idea. I know I wouldn't get into the ring without protecting my nards.
What you saw, though, you just witnessed a couple of great in-close knees as Erin goes down. She takes a right hand. And standing over her like a giant is Irma Verhoeff. Erin trying to ward her off with the heel. Boy, she took a good shot to the temple.
That was those hurt.
Yeah. What is Toughill trying to do here? She's trying to get up, but she took another right hand. And now she goes into the guard, Irma Verhoeff. And the cat and mouse game continues.
Yep. This guard position, it's sort of a double-edged sword because you could catch your opponent into an armbar, but you're also in a position where the person on the top can certainly drill some punches down on top of you. And this is where wrestlers are doing really good against some of the jiu-jitsu fighters being in their guard. They just soften them up with headbutts and strikes.
Oh, big strikes here by Verhoeff on top. The American takes it, though, and the guard is open, but trying to keep her in there and ward her off. And actually, Erin Toughill should be much more comfortable in this position because she does like to grapple. She lists her skill as Vale Tudo, but they're going to break them up. They want to see a little more action. What is your impression of women? You haven't seen them fight much. What is your impression of these two?
Well, I have a tremendous amount of respect for women. I used to be the manager of Lucia Riker, who's the top female fighter in the world, who in fact Irma was defeated by Lucia.
Down she goes. I sorry to interrupt there, but a total strength move as Irma Verhoeff just pulls down the American after landing a couple of shots. She's kind of softening her up.
Yeah, she is. I think Erin is starting to get tired, and this is where the experience comes into play. Irma has a tremendous amount more experience here.
Continue your thought on Lucia Riker.
I just feel that ladies have all the talent in the world, and they fight very well. I'm not opposed to it whatsoever, as long as they're truly talented athletes.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are two talented athletes, and the one on top, Irma Verhoeff, is laying some leather on the face of her opponent now.
She's trying to get a triangle hold. She has that arm pull through. If she can lace her leg over, she may have her in a triangle.
She's got to pull her over. That's a great submission hold if she can pull it off.
No,
she breaks it.
She's going for an armbar.
Great right hand to follow up after she broke that hold. And she just keeps getting punched in the face. I'm talking about Erin Toughill, who's finding it going tough right now. A lot of instruction from both corners.
Erin's doing a very nice job. She's just taking her time, waiting for the right move to possibly get another submission.
There's a headbutt to the jaw, following with a right hand. And boy, that's incredible. When you're in those positions, you never know where that punch or that head strike or that elbow's coming from. And that's right in the back of the head, and that will add up.
Oh, it definitely takes
very
its toll.
Painful.
There's a
huge headbutt to the cheek, to the right cheek of Erin Toughill. Boy, this is just a total strength move.
She's going to try and sweep her, takes her down.
Oh, right hand knocks her down, but now Toughill gets on top. Oh, and she's pounding her on the top of the head. Toughill took a huge shot, rocked back, her momentum pulled her forward, and now she's on top on a full mount. And she is in a very envious position if you're an offensive fighter.
Irma has got herself into a little bit of trouble right now.
That's 190 pounds of female on top of you.
This is what you call being tattooed.
Oh, man. No pun intended, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Aruba, World Vale Tudo Championship number 9. A female super fight. On top, Erin Toughill. On the bottom, Irma Verhoeff. Verhoeff had dominated this fight for much of the action, and all of a sudden, Toughill, though, the grappler that she is, surprising us here now.
Very impressive work. Very impressive. And this is where you always want to be. If you can be in that mount position, you can't be in a better spot than this.
They continue to work. You're getting a little rest now. You got to be a little concerned if the referee might spoil this for Toughill, because he may break this up. And there he is. He's asking him to break again. Well, I'll tell you what. Toughill's saying, no.
She really wasn't trying anything. She was holding on to Irma's head and not going for any sort of submission, just laying on top of her. So I see why the referee did what he did.
Okay, he's pulling them off, and they are both very tired. And there is a bloody nose. You see blood streaming down the nose of Erin Toughill. Now, we have a delay here. No, they're going to get back to action, so the blood doesn't stop. Oh, she takes the left hand. Look at how long and loose her arms are. Toughill, though, she's very tired. Everything almost looks like it's in slow-mo now. Did she shoot her wad early?
There's a good possibility that she did, but this woman's got a tremendous amount of heart, so we just don't know.
Oh, some huge right hands to the midsection as she continues to try and take the blonde Irma Verhoeff down, but what a big knee right in the kisser. On the head now, another knee. We have gone over 10 minutes now in this bout. These women are unbelievably durable, unbelievably tough.
They have trained very hard for this fight. I spoke with both of them, and they worked out very hard. They've taken it very seriously.
Gone back to the mat. Now you're lying on the beach there talking with Erin. Did she give away any trade secrets? I mean, I know she said she likes to try the submission holds.
Yeah, she told me that she was going to try and get her Hidikio, which she spoke about in her interview. And so far I haven't seen her try and go for that particular move.
All right,
I saw her go for a triangle and an armbar.
Right now, Irma in a full mount, trying to work over the American down below, and there's a lot of stuff going on that a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, this is the thing for the uneducated eye. We don't realize how much technical things are taking place right here, and just the defense aspect of this game is very technical.
It's a chess game, ladies and gentlemen, but the ultimate winner in this is going to pay the price. Both people will, because this is not for sissies. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
and that's why I'm sitting here. Toughill just taking some short shots. Eventually, I think Verhoeff wants to get Toughill's hands down and then try and do something. Maybe continue to strike, throw an arm bar. But Erin is so strong. She tries to roll her opponent over, and now she's on her back, and that is not a good place to be.
It is not.
Now she's reversed it.
Beautiful move. Now she's in the half guard.
Half guard and a great strength move by Erin Toughill.
We could call it a half guard or a half mount.
Well, whatever it is, it's effective. I prefer to call it a half guard at this point. You call it a mount. I say potato. You say potato.
For the person on the bottom, it's the half guard. For the person on the top, it's a half mount.
There you go. Right now, they're just lying there trying to get a little wind. They have been going strong now, well over 10 minutes. It's amazing the strength and the. You know, to be honest with you, when I saw Erin Toughill come out, she looks a little soft around the middle. But she obviously is very strong. They're going to break it up again. Not a whole lot of activity, and she continues to go. But both fighters are showing wear and tear. Look at the knots.
They're both very exhausted fighters, and I'm very impressed with both these ladies tonight.
And the mouthpiece comes out. They try and clean it off, and now Irma Verhoeff saying, "Come on, let's get it on." There we go. Toughill, got to watch that right hand from Irma Verhoeff because she throws a nasty one, and she's landed it several times. Big left hand that time. Am I surprised?
Hey, this is what happens when you get tired. Your defenses go to hell, and this is where I think Irma is in a great advantage position here with her experience.
And she is absolutely ripped. She's in terrific shape.
Oh, this woman is unbelievable.
Oh, they leave the camera view. I was looking at the monitor there, and they both disappeared. And now, Verhoeff, boy, the corner is just livid over something. As they continue to work inside. A headbutt, another headbutt over the right eye of Erin Toughill. She weathers the storm. Referee looking at both women. They're looking back at him, but they are in the middle of a war.
They are.
A lot of activity in the corners, a lot of screaming. Is now trying to get a full mount, and Erin Toughill wards her off with the foot, so she is in kind of a modified side mount.
Exactly. But she's got her under pretty good control right now, and you're going to see her go for some striking or some submissions.
Okay, they're going to step them up, and there's the whistle. I think this fight is over. I think we've reached the time limit. A 15-minute time limit, so this should probably go to the judges. Boy, I don't know. That was that had a lot of peaks and valleys for both fighters, didn't it?
It certainly did. I noticed Erin Toughill raising her hands. I think she feels pretty confidently that she won. I don't know. It's up to the judges.
There's your coach and trainer. Look at some of the action. Take us through some of this.
Well, we have Irma throwing some tremendous punches right here, displaying her great kickboxing skills.
Here we go to the result now. Let's listen as we go back to ringside here. They're teasing us now, but they should have the result coming up here momentarily. They're just getting the cards together to.
That was a very nice takedown by Erin Toughill. But unfortunately put herself in a bad position there and ended up side-mounted by Irma.
And then she gets out of it and tried to go to her patented choke out, but she could not choke her opponent out there. She tried. She just couldn't lock that elbow. She couldn't get that arm under that chin.
I think if she could have gotten her hooks in a little bit earlier, she may have been amazing.
All right. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay.
We're going to go to the decision here momentarily. They keep teasing me. Listen to the announcer. You can hear him too, obviously. Here we go. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, We have the result. That's a draw.
A draw. Not shocking. The fans are booing, but it is a draw.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I think it's a pretty damn good decision.
There they hug, and again, the sportsmanship in this sport is phenomenal. I've witnessed it around the world calling these fights, and I'll tell you what, I think Erin Toughill's corner is pretty happy with that draw.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
A special fight, but here are semifinals again to set it up. Sean McCully, Heath Herring in one, Bob Schrijber, Kakareko will be in the other. And please don't tell him I mispronounced his name. I don't want him coming after me.
Yeah, these guys have pretty difficult names to pronounce sometimes.
Oh, your date showed up. That's kind of neat. Here's our semifinal. First of all, that'll be Sean McCully. You saw him earlier. Very impressive against the big man, Heath Herring. He's giving away 76 pounds.
And I give this guy all the credit in the world.
Giving up 76 pounds. Sean McCully. Sean McCully is fearless. He said, I came to fight, man, and that's what I'm doing. So he shakes the hand and almost disappears. That guy's so big. And I'm talking, of course.
Sean has no fear. He's going to try and kick those legs.
Oh, and Sean spins him off of him. And you know what? The big man's going to try and get this guy on the ground. And Sean McCully just wades right in. Look at the size differential.
It's a huge difference. And I certainly don't like to fight guys that much heavier than myself.
What's the biggest guy you've fought?
About 600 pounds. Maybe 800.
Yeah, okay. That was when you got hit and you were seeing quadruple, right?
Exactly.
All right. Down they go, and there he is. Heath Herring, and it's over. Heath Herring got his man down, and I think he threw another arm bar on him.
I don't know what happened there.
Or he might have choked him out. Let's take a look. Walk me through this, pro.
Here Sean is on his back, trying to take Heath's back, gets twisted around, goes down. The wrestler, who's very good at getting control down on the bottom position, has Sean in control. Oh, he got him in an American lock. Yeah. That was it.
Unbelievable. What an incredibly swift.
That was very quick. And this is a wrestler that really, they don't train that much in submissions. You've got to give him all the credit for that.
Well, you know what that means. If Heath Herring gets through, which he has just done, we got to wait for Kakareko to get through because we will have a rematch of World Vale Tudo Championship number 8 here at World Vale Tudo Championship number 9 from beautiful Aruba. But look at the move again.
He actually had his arm in that position before he took him down. Notice that. He had that arm under control before they would hit the ground.
Yeah, that's first and foremost, yeah. But there they are. Big Bob outweighs him by... You see it right there, 22 pounds. That means nothing. 5'8", 210 for Kakareko. That's a lot of man in that short frame.
That is a lot of man. A lot of people say that Kakareko's been pampered by Hugo Duarte. I don't think so. I think he's just taking care of his fighter and bringing him up the right way.
Well, let's see if this is the right way as he meets Schrijber. He goes for the double leg takedown. Schrijber's down. Look at the speed that he executes that move. Big, nice right hand to the kidneys by Bob.
Bob's not afraid to throw those punches.
I would just sit there and pound all day. You know, he almost looks like Igor Vovchenko a little bit. You know how he sits in that corner and just beats you to death.
Absolutely. Just those big hands just drilling on you.
This guy's a great striker, and I'm talking about Bob Schrijber of the Netherlands. And both men exchanging blows there.
This is a very even match. It could go either way.
This is a 30-minute time limit. The winner will meet Heath Herring. A lot of folks here would love to see a rematch of World Vale Tudo Championship number 8 between Kakareko and Herring, but I don't think Bob Schrijber wants to see that as he continues to throw blows. You know, I don't think either of these guys have any problem softening up a steak, you know, tenderizing a steak.
I don't think so. In fact, I wouldn't mind having a steak that these guys have worked on for a little while.
Well, they work out of the half guard or the half mount, depending on which position you're in. Cruiser learns something new every time I do a fight. Now, at the full mount, is Kakareko, and he's going on the right hand! 2, 3, 4 right hands on the ear, the side of the head. Schrijber trying to pull the man closer to not take any more damage, but he laid some huge right hands on him. Still trying to go into the head area with the right hand as they work their way up against the miss. Now on his back.
This is not a good place for Schrijber right now.
Now with a submission man like Kakareko.
Kakareko is going to try and soften him up with some blows, nail those elbows into the back of the neck, try and get his hooks inside.
That'll weaken the muscles. The arms come down and say goodnight as he tries to lay in.
Can't seem to quite get it
Well,
in.
he's over the rope. He's trying to choke him out, but he couldn't quite get it in, and they go over the ropes. Unlike an earlier fight with Sean McCully, who was over the ropes and he pounded his opponent, Bosco, this is going to happen. It is over. He did get him over the ropes, and it's over. Submission hold by Kakareko against Bob Schrijber. It ends that quick. Unbelievable. I thought they were going to break it up. I didn't see him tap.
I thought so too, and that's the thing in this sport. It happens so fast. Bam.
The winner in 2 minutes and
That is such a
39
beautiful
seconds.
move right there.
All the way from
Kind of had his head
Toughill,
lodged there onto the rope a little bit.
Kakareko.
You know what this means? Our final is a dream come true for certainly our promoter, Federico Lapenda, and everyone here. Kakareko and Heath Herring will fight it out for World Vale Tudo Championship number 8. Make that number 9. They did it in number 8. They're going to come back and try it in number 9 as Kakareko leaves, and hopefully we will get a word with him. Amber should get a word with him momentarily, but a little scary for Fabio Piamonte. This is his first venture into Vale Tudo, but he is a warrior. He's a big warrior too, 226 pounds.
He's a big guy, and he's trained by a tremendously talented trainer, and I don't think his coach would have put him in the ring if he didn't feel that he was ready for this fight tonight.
And there are no winners in that situation. Here's where they're going to do it. Obviously, both men can't wait to get at the other. Gilbert, Yvel, Fabio Piamonte, our special fight here on World Vale Tudo Championship number 9. Piamonte, the taller man. And I'll tell you, Gilbert Yvel, from earlier video, he has put on some weight.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's filled out a little bit. But it looks like good weight.
Well, the referee, too, is saying, come on, guys. We do our fighting here. Think, be smart. Well, you can hear him.
Oh, I hear what's going on, and I know Mr. Lapenda certainly versed the referee as to the animosity between these two guys, and we certainly don't want anyone to be seriously hurt in this
You
ring.
can cut the tension with a knife here in Aruba. I'll tell you, everybody is quiet, just waiting and watching. They know. And even a miss draws applause. And a right hand by Gilbert Yvel. Oh, and a
Beautiful
knee.
flying knee.
Oh, and a huge right hand. Yvel is starting to work him over with the elbows to the back of the head, but Piamonte going to turn it around and try and get him back up. Wow, what action early.
Gilbert's done a beautiful job of getting back onto his feet. Fabio is definitely a very strong submission ground fighter and has not been able to keep on.
Oh, a huge left hand by Piamonte, and now he gets capped. He is hit and clocked with the right hand, and down they go. Man, what a huge elbow to the back. There's another slam down to the turf. Oh, boy, these two men want blood. They are selling out, folks. Piamonte throws his man to the canvas again. Now, in a full mount, Gilbert Yvel, as Piamonte turns him over, rolls out of it. Great move.
Both these guys have so much energy. I don't think they're putting a lot of emphasis on technique. They're getting a little bit wild here, but we'll see it settle down a little bit.
That crazy nervous energy, you can also, a lot of times you run out of gas very quickly, don't you?
You certainly do. I don't call this nervous energy. I think this is just raw hate. These guys despise each other.
All right, a left to the right by Piamonte. Fabio on top. Trying to work open guard.
Going for the armbar.
Trying that armbar.
He's not going to get it. The elbow's too far inside.
Oh boy, a nice back kick, back heel. Both men are back up and a flying knee. And down goes Piamonte as he takes two huge elbows a third one, and he is on Queer Street. Oh, a huge knee into the midsection, but he comes back, and he's down. He countered and then got countered, and he gets kicked in the knee with the knee in the head. Piamonte is in bad shape.
I think it's time for the ref to maybe
Oh,
stop
this
one.
is huge blows. The ref is going to pull him off.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I think the ref should have stopped that one just a little bit sooner.
Gilbert Yvel gets sweet revenge for an unbelievable and despicable act near the swimming pool. And if you thought that was hype, you are crazy. Look at the end of this fight. Oh, my goodness. Darren, take me through this mess.
Oh, we have two guys that absolutely despise each other, and certainly the better man won tonight. I think Gilbert's experience certainly came into play. Fabio Diamante, really, this is his first fight, and you can never substitute the experience. Getting into that ring, what it takes out of you to get into the ring for the first time, it's undescribable.
The anger is over. The traditional backflip after a victory by Gilbert Yvel. And look at that. It just slams his
This
shot.
guy has flying elbows, dropping elbows, flying knees.
That knee right there to the ear just did him in, as you see Fabio go to his side and then get kicked in the ribs and almost in the face. Folks, this is Vale Tudo at its finest. No holds barred. And we're going to have our final first, so Heath hearing against Bob Schrijber. What? You ready for this? I've just been handed this paper.
You're kidding.
No. Kakareko suffered an injury, undetermined at this point. He could not continue. Vale Tudo, World Vale Tudo rules state that the man that he was fighting, if he is physically able to continue, will take his place. We are out of alternates, of course. So that means Bob Schrijber, and this is a major, major disappointment. Bob Schrijber, because we, of course, wanted to see Kakareko fight Heath Herring, but
It would have been nice to see that.
it would have. It would have been a grudge battle. Oh, this is devastating to us, and I know Federico Lapenda is totally devastated, and I know this crowd is, and I know Heath Herring is because he had something to prove. But Kakareko, with an undetermined injury, cannot continue. So Bob Schrijber will be the finalist. So he's a lucky loser as it goes.
Yes, he is. I guess there really is no loser, huh?
Bob Schrijber is coming into the ring. There he is. I apologize for butchering his name a time or two, but it is Bob Schrijber from Holland. You saw him. He is impressive. He is explosive too, and he can just let it fly. He's got a great elbow. He's got a great chin. He's got a great fist. And he did get submitted though. He was choked out by Kakareko, but he is going on. He was not injured in that fight, and he's got an opportunity of a lifetime. He could become the champion of World Vale Tudo Championship #9. And he doesn't know how lucky he is.
I personally think that Bob is going to do better in this fight than he did against Kakareko. I'm getting terrible with these names.
Well, he's hurt. You don't have to worry about him. I think you can take him right now. No, it's Kakareko. You'll remember that name. It'll be etched in your mind because he'll be a great champion for a long time. But here we are, two gentlemen, two pretty big guys. Although, again, Herring 44 pounds bigger than his opponent. And this guy is so quick. He is amazing. As each corner gets last-minute instructions, and we're ready to rumble. You've got a massive striker against a wrestler. You've got a much bigger man.
Watch for Schrijber to try and kick his legs.
Schrijber goes up high that time, misses. And down for the, and he takes a shot, almost gets kicked in the head. Talking about Heath Herring.
That's a very dangerous move against a Thai boxer. You take a knee to the face, it's all over.
Big right hand to the face by Big Bob. He got Heath Herring in the face, and now they wrestle against the turnbuckle area, the blue corner. Trying some stand-up headbutts.
It's hard to get any strikes out when you guys are that close. Can't really generate any velocity on your punches.
Down they go, and in the guard. No, a full mount and a big right hand by Bob Schrijber.
Yeah, nice leg kick.
Good call. You're right. You're going to try and chop this giant of a man down, soften those legs up, and no, here comes Heath Herring as he tries a double leg takedown, and he finally gets his man down. And now a chess match begins. Hearing actually on a, looks like a full mount.
Yeah, he's fully mounted.
Oh, big right hand to the
Schrijber
ribs.
is not in a good position right here.
Not against a guy that big and that strong.
You don't want a 280-pounder on top of you,
And the
unless
big
you're
man-
350.
Going to pick a shot. He's got a right. He tries a left. He's trying to slip in another right and left. He landed 3 of the 4, 4 of the 5. Another shot. He's just picking his shots as the man on the bottom, the man from Holland, is just, the Netherlands is covering up.
He's trying to cover his face and try and get him off him at the same time, but it's a very difficult thing to do.
And he's taunting him. He's yelling, come on. He says, open up, open up. They're going to pull him away from the bottom rung and get him out there. So
I think a lot of those blows are not that effective. I don't think he's getting too many in.
You slip a couple of those in, and they don't feel good. Look at that. Lefts and rights. Right hand. Short, chopping right hands. Hearing, trying to look at this guy just lying there. Nobody's doing anything. I can't believe. There he goes. He slips in the left. A lot of instruction, a lot of officiating going on, and now they're going to break him up. And is this over?
It is over.
They stop it. Oh, his corner man came in the ring. Wait a minute. What is going on here? They hug. That is a weird ending to a weird night for Heath Herring.
Yeah, well, he certainly earned it, though. This guy, he fought his heart out tonight, and he did a very good job. I'm very impressed with this young man.
Heath Herring will be, in a bizarre way, in a very silent way, World Championship Vale Tudo #9 champion. And you see him finish him off, and he's just kind of picking his shots.
In 2 minutes and 26 seconds. From USA, Heath Herring.
Very impressive work.
Herring getting a congratulatory hug, or however you say that word, from his opponent, and Bob Schrijber leaves, and he says, it was so easy, I don't know what to do. I'd like to hear him talk about this, and I know he will with Amber in just a moment, but look at this. He's just kind of picking his shots and saying, hey, this guy's had it.
I think I'd just submit if I had a 280-pound guy just sitting on me, not even punching.
And then there's the sportsmanship. I know I harp on this. Sounds like a broken record, but that's just awesome because he helps his man up. He just beat the piss out of him, and then he helps him up.
It never ceases to amaze me the sportsmanship that takes place in this sport. It's just incredible. And these are athletes that truly respect each other and respect the sport. And that's really what it's all about.
As we go to the tail of the tape here, you see it's Stefanos, 220 pounds of man. He also acts a little bit. He's been in several movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme. If he looks familiar, he should. And there, of course, is big, bad Joe Charles.
And doesn't he look relaxed? Joe is probably one of the most relaxed fighters in the world. He just gets in there. He doesn't have a problem.
30-minute time limit. And like Joe says, he's a great striker, but watch his leg work. And he uses the leg work to get Stefanos down on the ground.
Yeah, I think Stefanos put out a very slow front kick, feeling him out. Stefanos, it shouldn't have happened. Stefanos is definitely the superior wrestler here, and that is rare that they get taken down that easily. But that was the inexperience of not fight. That's what happens.
Joe Charles now trying to. Stefanos very slippery right now. It's very humid here in Aruba, as we pointed out earlier, and it's just tough to get a good grasp on somebody that is sweating that profusely.
Notice Stefanos is swimming his arms inside, trying to get that control position.
Well, he looks up and he says, here, Joe, pow!
Yeah, but Joe uses his weight very well. Joe will lean against him.
Going to try each guy trying to work the other guy's lower leg, and then he comes up with a knee to the midsection. Joe Charles does.
Yeah, very difficult to throw knees when your back is up against the ropes. You can't generate a lot of velocity on your knees.
Well, the businessman of show business is ringside now. You have been so busy, Federico Lapenda. You have put together one of the great cards of all time. We are all, by the way, very disappointed as we watch this great bout. Disappointed that matchup between Heath Herring and Kakareko could not go on. What was the problem with Kakareko?
Me too. Hello, Gary. Hello, Darren, our new addition to the World Vale Tudo Championship. And there were all kinds of problems tonight. That's what happens when you try to do 8-man tournament with...
Oh, right hand by Stefanos. I'm sorry.
No problem. But that's what happens when you try to do 8-man tournament with too many good fighters. Tonight we had Mario Sulcata, Justin McCully, Heath hearing Cacareco, when you put 4, 5, 6 top guys in the 8-man tournament, injuries will happen, and oftentimes they cannot come to the end of the show.
Joe Charles with the left and a right. Started it off with a knee to the midsection. So, again, Cacareco's injury, what was it?
Yeah, Cacareco apparently was feeling dizzy with low blood pressure, wanting to come in, but he could not make it. His cornerman, Hugo Duarte, could not come due to Hugo's dad has cancer and wasn't feeling well, so he could not come.
Are we going to see those two in the future?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. We've got to get that commitment from you. There they go down.
Beautiful move by Stefanos. Now we're in the half guard, half mount position, depending on what your perspective is.
There you go. You've taught me something new. A right hand by Stefano as he tries to work Big Joe Charles. Charles trying to roll out of trouble.
Going to a leg lock, actually, to a knee bar. Didn't succeed. Stefano is a very good a grappler as well as a striker.
I feel a knee coming. No, he
Stefanos
goes
now
out
is
of the
the
full
full
mount. Yep.
This is where Stefanos is very, very, very effective. Oh, Stefanos just got reversed. Just a little mistake Stefanos made. That was a mistake on Stefanos' part.
Joe trying to lock in there, but no, Stefano slips out of it as they work against the lower rung. And smartest thing I think Federico Lapena did was put in that netting at the bottom of the ring several Vale Tudo championships ago to keep these fighters in the ring and keep their handlers out of the ring.
Yeah, actually, we had a little problem here with the police in Aruba because the show before we were able to use the cage, but this time, due to political reasons, they wanted a ring, and the only way to use the ring is by putting this net.
Well, it works. It's worked tonight. We've had phenomenal action. Even the ladies' bout was unbelievable.
Wait,
Yeah,
we got Stefanos taking the back of Joe Charles. This is a dangerous place. You don't want Stefanos on your back.
Yeah, and Stefanos is forgetting to put the hook, so I think Joe's starting to show a little bit better fatigue, no, Darren?
Yeah, he doesn't look too fatigued. I think he's still pretty relaxed.
Joe kind of crawling up the body of Stefano.
And back to the guard they go.
There they
Stefanos
go.
is very good in that guard position. He'll work his elbows real well.
That elbow's
He's
going to
going-
leave a knot. It's going to leave a mark. You hear Joe's corner, boy, really working their fighter.
You're doing good.
Stefano, excuse me, with a short chopping right, another one.
Stefanos is doing a very good job of relaxing, being that this is his first fight. I'm very impressed. Very impressed with both fighters.
He can't catch you. He cannot catch
You know, the
you.
man from Greece actually looks, for a guy that hasn't trained, he looks awfully good tonight. I mean,
he's the true Greek god, this guy.
Well, he's meeting Joe.
Oh, I think he looks a little fat, actually.
Yeah, really. I'd like to be so fat. There's Joe Charles with a right hand, but it misses.
Work the ribs. Work his ribs.
His corner exalting him on to work the ribs, Joe. Work the ribs. And Joe's working the face right now. That's a great right hand there.
Stefanos is trying to control his left arm, possibly sweep him. Nope.
Oh, big right by Joe Charles.
Trying to get that leg around the head to maybe get an armbar on him.
Well, he's a real tactician, isn't he?
He's very smooth. I have had the opportunity to work out with him. This is about the smoothest guy I've ever trained with.
He's trying to get that arm.
Yeah,
Now-
they move him out.
Yeah, they
He
don't
had
break
the
the
arm.
lock.
When they moved him out, Stefanos lost his position on the arm.
There's a short left. Just misses. Great head work, too, by Stefano.
Yeah, Joe has his elbow too far down to the mat it's impossible for an armbar from there.
That's just a great heavy left hand right in the kisser to Stefano. I bet he's sitting there thinking right now, man, why am I not in a movie right now?
Exactly.
Where we can fake this stuff, because his face is starting to show the wear and tear of
bit.
Joe Charles.
Yeah. Joe Charles has been very effective with his strikes. Tell you, when you're going for submissions, it really puts you in a vulnerable position, because if you miss an armbar,
A total reversal right there, and it happened that quick. He tries to lock it in.
Stefanos is now going for that American lock.
Yep. Joe Charles not letting it happen. I don't know how Joe got reversed so quickly. Stefano trying to work him, Joe trying to push him away.
He's doing a very good job of controlling the heavier man.
That was an amazing move. Just the speed of that move and that reversal.
He's trying to get that. He's working it in. He's getting pretty damn close to getting an arm lock there.
And Joe noticeably tiring.
Yeah, Joe is definitely getting worn down here.
That's kind of an MO with Joe, isn't it? In many cases, I have seen him come out like a ball on fire, and then if he didn't get his man in the first 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, he tended to get in trouble, and that's what looks like it's happening right now.
I think that's the disadvantage of having all that excess body weight. It's maybe advantageous for the first couple of minutes, but later on, that stuff is just going to wear you down.
Joe trying to back heel there. And almost connects, rolls off the side of Stefanos' head.
He's very crafty. Joe Charles can pull things out of his bag of tricks. I've seen him do many impressive things. I never discount this guy.
Relax. Just relax, Joe. Relax.
Corner telling him to relax. Boy, he almost takes a big shot in the face, but it misses. As they roll around. Now he's trying to lock in an arm bar. Trying to lock in the arm bar. Stefano is. Joe Charles, though, won't let that happen, and he punches him in the face.
Just like I was talking
and
about.
And a headbutt.
Like I mentioned earlier, when you go for those arm bars, you definitely make yourself vulnerable to lose your position. He was in a superior position, and that's the kind of fighter Stefanos is. He's not afraid to go for those moves. He saw that arm, and he was going to go for it. Beautiful reversal by Stefanos.
And they change again, and Stefano trying to throw a right hand that is stopped by Joe Charles.
Yeah, Joe just looks exhausted at this point.
And he just caught one right in the face. Beautiful strike with a right hand. Another beautiful strike. Joe trying to cover up, and he's wincing in pain.
Oh, he's going for that arm lock again.
There it is.
Oh,
That's
there's
gonna
no
do
way.
It. That's going to do it.
That's it.
Man, it almost looks too easy. He locked in the arm lock, the American arm lock, and bingo, it's over. Joe Charles exhausted, but look at this.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's about as clean a one as I've ever seen. Look at the torque he gets on that. He could just totally dislocate the shoulder with that baby.
And another look at it from another angle, but it's all the same result. Stefano, a tactician, does a beautiful job. They hug, and Joe Charles, again, a great, great competitor, will come up a loser this time in the super fight. But what a night of championship action here in Aruba.
Federico Lepin has done it again.
You've said that about 4 times, and you could say it 20 times, and you'd be right every single time.
It never ceases to amaze me, the shows this man puts together.
One more look, and again, this is just out of the book.
Every promoter in the world has tried to get Stefanos Miltsakakis to fight. He wouldn't fight for anybody. Stefanos had Federico had some way of getting him. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was a charm, money, something.
I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up in one of Federico's movies, I'll be honest with you. We'll have to see. But I'll tell you what, if anybody can get him, Federico Lepin can, and he got Stefanos. So what a great, great fight. And you see the end of it again. Both men tired, but Joe Charles just simply ran out of gas.